The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, well, this is Sports Concepts and Rationalizations here, going up until the 8 o'clock hour. We call it the 10-minute drill. We like to do it each and every day. We're talking a lot, obviously, this morning about the passing of Coach Bobby Bowden. Robert Kleckler Bowden passed away 5 a.m.-ish yesterday at the age of 91. His family by his side. It was a wonderful life and impacted thousands of young men and did as much as he could for so many people. And the stories are legendary. And last night, what I enjoyed, did TV last night, Pros, and so I went down the YouTube wormhole.
Oh, okay.
Just to find
Welcome,
some Bobby Bowden, and I'll never forget the voice. And he could spin a story, man. And he was telling.
You know it. He put a lot of it's in the middle of the sentences.
He was so good, and some of them, and he had great delivery, and he was a great speaker. Right up until the end, and so and what a recruiter, and that was part of it. Again, he took a program that was considering abandoning football. They were ready to just say, all right, let's not do this. We can't. We're no good.
Without Bobby, they might be Wake Forest.
And he built it into a national powerhouse. So what he did may never be duplicated. Like, Pros, tell me in the last, 25 years or in the last 10 years, has there been a program that went from nothing to national relevance?
Boise, maybe?
Yeah, but not at that level, right?
Yeah, not to the winning a title level. Baylor did it, but it didn't sustain.
Right.
Florida, to a degree. I mean, I don't know if you could say they went from nothing, but they're certainly, they never won an SEC till 91. Yeah. But, yeah, your point's a good one. I mean, FSU was, like I said, without Bobby, they're Wake Forest.
Yeah.
They're okay. I have a winning season every now and then, but certainly nothing
FSU,
sustained.
like Clemson was good and became great.
Right.
FSU
Correct.
wasn't good.
Right.
FSU was like
right. Sure.
bottom feeder.
Yeah, they had some scattered success, but nothing like what Bobby brought him. So yeah, just and again too, he did it a little bit differently. I kind of grew up where all the great coaches were Woody Hayes, Bo Schembechler, Bear Bryant. These are gruff, hard nosed, not an ounce of humorous compassion in them. It was just all business. And Bobby was like one of those first great coaches who just did it with some charm, and some folksiness.
I mean, Bill Peterson coached him in the 60s to a Sun Bowl and a Gator Bowl, but he was 6-5 and 7-2-2, and Larry Jones got him to a Fiesta Bowl. Don't ask me how, at an 8-4 mark, and then
the Fiesta wasn't the Fiesta then either.
Yeah,
right. That's
and
not
71, and then Bobby came along, and had a losing year his first year. Never had a losing year after that, and took him and just started bowling. As a kid, he went to the Orange Bowl back-to-back in 79 and 80, and I was in high school in Miami, and I'd go work the Orange Bowl and watch some great FSU Oklahoma games. I remember those. I remember might have been like an 18-17 game. It was some great, again, he made FSU relevant, and it was not just relevant. I mean, he made FSU a national power. So anyway, we'll
is
talk
there
more
one
about Bobby throughout the morning
image moment of Bowden that to you stands out?
It's amazing. That's a great question, because you would think the national championships, and it wasn't for me.
Okay.
It was that look of dumbfoundedness on his face when we missed the wide right.
You know what?
That's the image
it's
that
funny.
stands out to me, and
I have a similar one.
I say
to
it
that.
in a complimentary way because, again, he didn't get too high or too low after the games. He had it down in perspective.
Mine is a similar one, but in a different game and for a different reason. But when he finally broke through and won the first national championship, Nebraska had missed a field goal or the clock had run out, and he came on. They dumped the water on him, and then he really had that dumbfounded look, because People, they won 18-16. Nebraska missed like a 46-yard something at the end.
Yeah.
They had a legitimate chance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the kid just he finally got one to go his way, and he just shanked it to the left. And FSU escaped. They won their first day. But think about this, Dan, in the 90s. I mean, so he wins the 93 title.
Mm-hmm.
He loses to the Gators in the 96 championship game.
Mm-hmm.
He wins the title, and he loses in 98 to Tennessee in the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
He wins the title in 99, and then in 2000, loses to Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. Look at that stretch.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 7-year stretch where they're playing for the title 5 times and winning a couple.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing. He, again.
Now, there's also this, and this is fair.
Mm-hmm.
While Bowden's reputation and the success of the program was built on going on the road and playing those tough teams, they also had a huge advantage when they were in their prime of a god-awful ACC.
Oh,
now,
they didn't lose a game for, 5 years?
But he balanced that now. He put Michigan on the schedule. He played Florida every year. He played Miami every year. So Miami, Florida alone was as good as most people's toughest schedule. So,
Fair enough.
But what an era of football here in the Sunshine State. That's also a part of it. All right, I just got one other item here in the 10-minute drill.
Okay.
Can you give me another prediction that I'm just going to just love so much when it comes to fruition? Because Friday, you said something Friday in the show, and you were dead on. Can you give me now a week-long forecast that will be similar? But we sat here on Friday as you bemoaned your New York Metropolitans, and you said, I guarantee you with nails, spitting nails, that they would be out of first place by Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were half game up when the weekend series with the Phillies started. They lost all 3, and so not only did they fall out of first, but way out of first. Where are you right now on the fortunes of the New York Mets?
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah,
I hate every.
Well, welcome to my world for most of the year.
I hate them with every fiber. I've put in. What's so disappointing is I've really put in a lot of time this year. With
you feel like club. You kind of feel like you've been.
I mean, I've left it on the field with these guys.
Sure.
I've bled with these guys. I've gone to former Met Daniel Murphy for therapy. That hasn't helped.
Yeah. We'll be in on Wednesday. Are you going to put you on the couch on Wednesday?
I am so. There's so many little microcosms I could give you, but in the end, talent wins. And the Mets proved why they're not an elite franchise at the trade deadline. The Yankees are an elite franchise. The Braves, to a certain extent, are an elite franchise. The teams that the Dodgers are an elite franchise. We didn't do nearly enough, and they owed it to this club to try to do enough. They were doing it with smoke and mirrors. But what really encapsulates the Mets, and all you need to know about the Mets, is first off, the Red Series kind of started to show some warts, and they knew DeGrom was hurt. They knew Taijuan Walker, who was an all-star, had pitched more innings already this year than he had in the last 4 years. So and
he's really run out of gas. That's probably the biggest culprit on the pitching side.
It's not the spider tack or anything with him. It's just that he's pitched so many innings.
From the outside in, your lineup seems to me to have too many good hitters to be as anemic as it is, and it's been that way all year. I think you're second.
They're not good hitters.
Well, but you've always told me that McNeil and Conforto are good hitters.
Well, yeah,
Peter Alonso and Francisco Lindor now.
And Francisco Lindor's not playing.
J.D. Davis. You told me about Dom Smith. You've told me about.
I would love to give you the excuse that the Mets lost their best pitcher and their best player, but so did Atlanta. So it's not an excuse anymore. What I don't want to get started. 5-0 Saturday against the Phils. They hit 3 straight home runs in the 9th. It's 5-3. They get 2 guys on. They've got Pete Alonso and J.D. Davis against Ian Kennedy, who's no good. He throws 93 flat, and these guys can't catch up to a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. They both struck out on 6 pitches. It was 6 swings and misses is what I'm trying to say. They played the Marlins, who don't care and who stink, and yet the Marlins dominated them, and then the Marlins proved their mettle by going out to Colorado and getting swept by the Rockies. Okay, and they didn't just get swept. They got annihilated. We're about to play. You want a prediction? I told you what's going to happen, and I'm dead on, but we're still in the tailspin. We've got the Nats, and then we have 13 in a row with the Giants and the Dodgers. 13 in a row. Wake me up after that when we're under 500, and then when everybody comes back in September, we'll finish strongly and fall short of the playoffs, and everybody will say, oh, we should run it back. Oh, these guys proved their – no, they didn't. because this is crunch time, and in this crunch time, they played like a gutless, pathetic baseball club. Gutless and pathetic, dude. I mean, they can't hit. Zach Wheeler stuck it up their rear end so bad yesterday. It was an embarrassment. And I don't care who pitches. It doesn't matter. So I could go on and on, but I won't.
Well, you went on a little bit.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's
That's
done.
a status report.
It is done.
Now, I
just
once
get the
said it
wheel.
was
I'll
over,
spin it now.
period.
I don't care.
Will
I'm
you?
done. Yes.
You will. You'll buy out right
I'm
now.
done.
Did you hear what he's saying? His
I'm
verbal
done.
binding. Is he literally saying that he'll spin the wheel right now, Beef? Did that just happen? We're going to revisit this in the break
Fine.
and return on the other side.
Fine. You buried
this is
him.
the drill.
I mean,
okay, that's fine. If you're willing right now to spin that wheel with complete and secure the knowledge that the Braves will finish with a better record, then by golly, we're going to come up with some categories. This is the drill.
Heck, I need a number, Dan.
What do you have? A prize pack. Thank you for listening to that,
buddy.
Met. It could have been worse.
It's okay.
I can't do it anymore.
feel
I
your
did
pain.
it yesterday, and I just can't do it. But caller number 3 is going to win what, Beef? It's 641
Caller number 3 right now is going to go home with a pair of tickets to the Wawa 250 down at Daytona coming up on Friday, August 27th. That's right. Pair of tickets to the 250. And don't forget, if you text the keyword Coke right now to the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010, you'll be entered for a chance to win tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400. But if you want those Wawa 250 tickets, be caller number, well, whatever number Dan said. Next, here on The Drill.